You know, I just positioned this camera and I'm about to shoot this video. And I just noticed a sticker that's on a toolbox we've had here for at least 3 years now that I've never seen before. And it just jumped out at me. Okay, let me turn this around. Look at this. I've never seen this. Proudly made in the USA with global materials. I've never seen that. I swear to God, I've never seen that. I'm just noticing it now because I've never really sat in this position before. But yeah, proudly made in the USA with global materials. Why do I have to throw that global part in there? What's the matter with just made in the USA? You know, like all of the great traditional stuff we've always made here in the... Okay, I don't want to do that video now. I'm going to do more on that video. But this, okay, this is probably the last boomer chair video we're going to do in the old shop. This is the last we're going to shoot here at all, because over the next couple of days, everything that's here now gets moved to the new place and we start our new chapter. Yeah, I'm not going to miss this place. With global materials, why did they have to throw that in there? Why? I'm not really going to miss this place. We moved in here 3 years ago. I had really high hopes for it. I had plans. I had fancy plans. We worked through several of them, but nothing really worked the way I expected it to. So for the last year, I've been kind of like, I got to get out of here. You know what I mean? I just got to get out of here. So the new shop is really just about done. Just the final cleanup. So we'll be in there and doing our thing soon. Early next week, we should be ready to rock and roll. I have to move all of this stuff. Fun, 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 right? But I don't want to talk about what we're doing. This video is not about what we're doing. This video is about something we haven't been doing. So you noticed over the last year and a half, we've done a lot of videos on the overcomplication of modern cars, and we've done a lot on the EV thing. We've done a lot on the EV thing. Lots of anti-EV videos. And they've gotten us a ton of views. I mean, like a ton of views. And it's obvious that like I could just do a channel based on the lunacy, right? The idiocy, the hypocrisy, the folly that is the electric car. And get a lot more views than we would, let's say, working on a project car or doing a history piece on an engine or a technical thing. We get a lot more views, but I don't want to really be that channel. Maybe that's why we're setting up a podcast at the new place. But I don't want to be that channel. I want Uncle Tony's Garage to kind of stay, a hands-on, grounded gearhead-based channel. I don't really want to go crazy into the EV thing, right? So even though we've done a bunch of videos and got a ton of views and picked up a ton of subs, it's funny now. Every time that we do a video, like one of our old videos, like where we're talking about engine history or something like that, we lose subs. We lose subs because so many people sub when we do like an anti-EV video. So many people sub assuming that that's the kind of material that we're going to do all the time, that when we do our traditional stuff, we lose subs. It's crazy, right? It's just the way YouTube works. So I said, I don't want to be that channel. I don't want to always be talking about EVs. And the last one we did was about exploding buses, how electric buses were exploding. And we showed one from France, we showed one from China. There were a bunch that, electric buses, for some reason, they're particularly prone to this sort of thing. So we did that video, and it got a ton of views. Like the first day we put it out, it got like 80 or 100,000 views. And it was ironic. The very next day, literally the very next day, I wake up in the morning, and the first thing I see is that an electric bus exploded in London. Okay, I can't. I just can't. It's too easy. It's like it's low-hanging fruit. I don't want to go for that low-hanging fruit all the time, right? Let's just ignore it. And then And then yet another electric bus explodes in London. And I'm like, it's three now. It's three exploding electric buses in London. And they keep putting them in there. They keep adding to the fleet, right? But that's okay. It's low-hanging fruit. I'm not going to go after that. I'm not going to be that guy, okay? Even at the expense of views. I'm not going to be that guy. So then other things happened. We had that deep freeze, and it was national news. Actually, it was global news. Okay, I hate that word now, right? Global. It used to mean nothing. Now it actually means something, and it's not a good thing. So we had the deep freeze here for a couple of few days, and all over the world, people were covering the Tesla problem, and not just Teslas. I don't want to single out Teslas, but cars specifically in Chicago and someplace in Colorado. One of the cities in Colorado, several other places, but those are the big ones, where these charging stations were just they were dead-ended. Okay, cars weren't taking a charge because I guess the owners forgot to precondition their battery. You would think that they would get used to like having to precondition the gas tank in their car when they go to fill up gas, but that's besides the point. Owners neglected to precondition their batteries, and so there were dozens and dozens, from some accounts over 100, dead Teslas in Chicago. These things, that's it. They're at the charging. They won't charge. The charges themselves go down. The charges that didn't go down couldn't charge the cars that were there because the batteries were too cold to take a charge, and people were just literally abandoning their Teslas by the dozens and just going home. It was all over the news, all over the world, and I was like, no, just don't. Oh man, the temptation was there, because anything you could do to get views is in YouTube. This is our business, right? We got to get views. I'm like, no, it's too easy. It's the low-hanging fruit. Don't do that. Don't do that, Tony, right? So I didn't, and I just let it go. And then a couple of days after that, I see that Hertz decided that it was going to immediately get rid of 1/3 of its EV fleet. They just bought 60,000 Teslas, okay? And they were going to immediately get rid of 1/3, 20,000 of their electric cars, their Teslas, because people didn't want them, people were getting stuck with them, and the maintenance costs were too high. The operating and maintenance costs were too high. So Hertz decides, no, we're going to get rid of, right now we're going to get rid of 1/3 of them, 20,000 Teslas, and replace them with gas cars. I could do a video on I could laugh it off, I could laugh at it and say, we told you so, right? But no, that's childish. And I don't want to be childish, and I don't want to be that guy. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be that guy. So we let that one go too. And then like a day or two after that, I hear that Polestar, the electric car manufacturer, has gone, they're done, okay, over, done. And it's like, well, you'd expect that, right? Maybe some of us would expect that. And I was going to do something on that, but I felt bad. I feel bad for the people who bought these Polestars, current owners of Polestars, because now they forget about warranty work and of course the over-the-air software updates that electric cars need to exist. Well, they're not going to be coming, and no warranty work, right? That's obviously an issue. And then of course the resale value. How do you sell a car that has no support at all? How do you sell an electric car that requires constant support when the company that supports them is out of business? So more bricks. No, I'm not going to go anywhere near that. And then of course there's Ford and General Motors cutting production on their EVs, laying off and transferring thousands of people because they just can't sell these things. They kept telling us how they needed to sell them, because of things, climatic situations that meant that everybody had to switch to electric cars, and they bought the whole thing hook, line, and sinker. They dove right into it. Yeah, I'm funny about the climate. I wake up every day. I know this is unusual. Right? This sounds weird, but I wake up every day kind of grateful that I'm here in Tennessee and I'm not buried under a 3-mile thick ice sheet having to fight off woolly mammoths for the last scraps of seal meat. I mean, to me, The climate thing has worked in mankind's favor, but not everybody sees it that way. And I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be that guy. So I'm not going to be that guy. So lots and lots of things. You have Ford, General Motors, billions and billions of dollars worth of losses on these things. Volkswagen, oh God, Volkswagen, poor Volkswagen. Jaguar Land Rover, I think, is in the process of, because they invested a ton of money in stuff that isn't really working out. I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to do these videos. So I haven't been, you know. But before I changed my mind about all of this, before I says, you know what, Tony, I call myself Tony when I talk to myself. Tony, it's obvious. We've already won the informational and the cultural battle against the nonsensical EV crowd. You can't even get them to show up to a nice conversation. Like the Electric Viking, after he called me a muffin or whatever the hell he called me, he wouldn't come on live with me. The ding-dongs at the Inevitable show, they wouldn't, you know, nobody would come on and talk to, you know, just a regular grounded gearhead YouTuber about internal combustion versus electric cars. But before I decided that, no, I'm not going to be that guy and I'm just going to let all this stuff go, I put in an order for shirts. I shouldn't have done it. See, I feel bad about this now. I shouldn't have done it. Because from where I see the way things are, you know, taking pot shots at the EV people, it's like being in school. It's like being in junior high school and beating up the handicapped kids and taking their brownies or what. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's come to that now. It's come to that now, and I feel bad for them. But damn it, I put in an order of shirts before we could do that. And honestly, I'm embarrassed. Honestly, I'm embarrassed to even show you these things because no, I mean just no, right? But I've got like 1,000 of them right now, so I have to put them in our store. I have to put these things in our store and sell them, even though I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to kick a culture when it's down, right? It's wrong. Yeah, they're available in black with white lettering and most of the sizes. You know, it kind of reeks of toxic masculinity too, doesn't it? I don't want to be that guy. I'll see you tomorrow.